The prince that never became king. The story of the Brazilian kid Neymar from Santos, who went all the way to France and now to Saudi Arabia. Neymar is headed to Saudi Arabia for a ton of money, but it's sad and unpoetic because this lad was destined to be the king, one of the most talented players in the last 20, 30 years based on pure talent. And if it wasn't for his decision making when it came to his career, him going for the money and him and his off the field issues, his injury problems, he could have quite easily became the king and dethroned Messi and Ronaldo's, vigorous battle for the last 20 years or so, for the last 10, 20, 15 years, where both of those two players, shared the stage and battled it out while Neymar was there in the shadows, struggling to become the king. And if it wasn't for, his decision making, he could have quite easily became the best player in the world or possibly the best player ever. A true gift from Brazil. But antics and decision making have led to this. Neymar at 31 years old headed to Al Hilal is from Saudi Arabia for a lot of money. PSG are receiving around 90, 100 million for him, 31 years old. Nobody was going to pay even half of that. You had Chelsea, United, Inter Miami, Barcelona possibly interested, but nobody wanted to pay a fee for him because they know the luggage that comes for Neymar. And, there was a bit, I felt like Barca was a strong possibility. It was just a battle between Laporta and Xavi. Xavi didn't want him. Laporta was like, please. And, he ends up saying, I'm just going to take the money, 2-year contract, and on a free, he's going to plan to possibly go to Barcelona a year before the World Cup so he can be ready to have his final shot to glory, to go into the history of Brazil and, all their ballers that they have, gifted the world, the Garinchas, the Peles, the Ronaldinhos, all those legends from Brazil, and now Neymar was supposed to be the next one, and he just never shined and dethroned the Argentinian and the Portuguese. How sad, how sad. But, I grew up with Neymar at Brazil. I remember that performance in the World Cup, and I was like, this guy's going to be the next best thing. He goes to Barcelona after that performance in the World Cup, and he, shares the stage with the likes of Messi and Suarez, creating that famous, trio of the MSN that led to his first and only Champions League win in 2015 when they beat Juventus in the final. A very, very good Barcelona team, historic as well. The only team that's really had success after Pep Guardiola's run with Messi, Wahevia, Pedro, those were the lads he won a Champions League with all that tiki-taka. The Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets era was coming to an end with Iniesta being the last one. And, Xavi also there, final year as well, before heading to, out of Europe. And Iniesta was still there. But, that team was, we can't lie, that team was something else. But, as we say, he's getting a ton of money here. Look at the contract. 400 million potentially. 300 million for sure for 2 years, and then he could go to 400 million. Now, I don't know what exactly is going to go here because Neymar has a tendency of being a party animal, right? We all know that. He gets injured every time it's his sister's birthday. It's like three things certain in life: death, taxes. Neymar injured on his sister's birthday, partying in Brazil, having the time of his life. And I don't know how Saudi Arabia is going to do with their culture and Neymar. Obviously, they're two different things, two different worlds. It's like Mars and Earth, two completely different places. And it's going to be very interesting how he adapts there. Obviously, Neymar going there is a big pull. You already have Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema, Ballon d'Or winners. And now you have a generational talent in Neymar, still at 31 years old, who is a top player. He could still play for many teams. He could literally walk on to basically any team if it was just based on his pure talent. It's just that many teams don't want the baggage, don't want to pay him all that money. And, Saudi Arabia said, you know what, we're going to take him. He's still good. He's going to attract a lot of fans. You know, there's a lot of Neymar fans, a lot of people that love Neymar, and they're gonna still watch him. Same thing that happened with Cristiano Ronaldo. Tons of fans come and just watch Cristiano solely, and now you're gonna have tons of fans just watch Neymar solely, and it's just gonna grow the league. It's a beautiful move for Saudi Arabia, and you know, making the league better known and a better league as well. You know, I'm hearing, you know, there's the rumors of a possible World Cup coming in for clubs, and you know that happening is putting Saudi Arabian clubs as a possible threat for that if that even happens, you know. But it'll be interesting if it ever does and how qualifications will happen. I feel like we have way too many World Cups. I've always thought that maybe the World Cup that we already have with like the 6, 8 teams that go, you know, one from each continent basically. I've always thought that maybe we should grow it a little bit, allow like two, maybe like 3, 4 teams instead of just the, you know, the one team from Europe. Maybe the Euro winner, the Champions League winner, the Conference League winner should go, and then like 3 teams from each continent, something like that. But the 32 team World Cup, I feel like we already have the national teams. Like, come on, lads, let's chill with the World Cups. But, you know, Neymar and his situation at PSG came very apparent when he was liking a post about how there's no space for Mbappe and Neymar both at PSG, and he ends up confirming that he was going to Al Hilal, and then Mbappe returns to training happy, and you know, he wanted his own team. He felt as if Messi, Neymar, and him just could not work together, and it was true. If you looked at the front three, you had Messi on the right, Neymar on the left, Mbappe in the center. And he just had a problem with it not being a team game right there. You had 3 big names that they all believed they were the number one option. And you can't have that. You know, you had all 3 of them walking back, leaving the defense, you know, absolutely vulnerable. You know, you take a look at a team that I watch consistently because I'm a fan of, Arsenal. You see Bukayo Saka and Martinelli, when they lose the ball, they drop all the way back. You know, and then the strike, Gabriel Jesus sometimes even drops all the way back. It's the work rate that really killed PSG, talent-wise. It was absolutely stacked, but sometimes you need a work rate more than you need talent. Too much talent can be a problem. That work, if there's not enough work rate, you are just gonna lose, and that's exactly what happened in the Bernabeu when they were up 2-0. The talent got them that lead, but then the work rate wasn't there, and they choke it in the last 20 minutes. And you know, Madrid killed themselves for that result. Absolutely killed themselves, and then the Bayern won. Bayern was just a disciplined team working all the time, embarrassed PSG, and that's exactly why it didn't work. And it's, you know, a move that needed to happen for Neymar to leave, but it is just sad to see the prince that we all thought would be king end up not fulfilling his duty. And you know, maybe in the World Cup he ends up fulfilling the little prophecy he had where everyone thought he was gonna become one of the greats, and he has a fantastic World Cup. But we shall see what his future holds. Does he even make it? That's not even a guarantee. But anyways, leave a comment down below. What do you think about Neymar? A very important player in the last 15 years of football. And he's brought a lot of joy to us. A gift from Brazil. And hopefully he does something in the future. But anyways, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And thank you guys for watching.